Hey everybody, Vince here. Today I just wanted to share with you guys my experience about what happened on 9/11 15 years ago. Um, for those of you who don't like live or work in the Washington D.C. area, as you could probably imagine, it was pretty nuts. Um, I worked for a company that um, had a souvenir kiosk inside the Capitol building. Now, I worked in our main offices that were about 2 blocks away, and I'm in charge of the shipping and receiving area. And at the time, I had a crew of 3 guys. One guy was on vacation, and 2 guys I had out on deliveries that day. Now, because the one guy I had was on vacation, part of his job was restocking the merchandise in the storage areas over at the Capitol. Now, he would grab merchandise from our main offices and walk them over there or drive them over there, which was only 2 blocks away. But because he was on vacation, of course, and my other 2 guys were out on deliveries, I got stuck uh, covering his spot. So I had to go do that for him. And as I'm preparing all this merchandise to take over there, I hear on the radio one of the planes had hit one of the Twin Towers in New York City. But the way they were announcing it, they made it sound like it was one of those little small twin engine planes that couldn't have done much damage. Um, and then I also got a phone call from my boss, who, because our shipping and receiving department is in the basement downstairs, and she's up on the 4th floor. She calls me and tells me the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, I heard about it too, but it didn't sound so serious. So I go on about my business. And so I go over there. I start putting away merchandise. We have a storage closet that's, I don't know, a few feet away, but it's kind of around the corner of our of the kiosk that was over there. So I'm putting away all this merchandise. Then all of a sudden, I just happened to notice in the area that our storage closet is in, the, there was nobody in this area. And around that time of the day, there's usually either a bunch of tourists or staffers running in and out of the area. But it was just kind of creepy, you know. But, I didn't think nothing of it too much. I just noticed it was a little unusual, yes. So I go on about my business. I'm still throwing, I'm visible from where I'm at. You can see me, no problem. So I'm still taking care of business. 2 police officers, okay, 2 of them are hauling ass right by me. Don't say a word to me. Hauling ass. Nothing like get out of here or, beat it, something, man, anything. But yeah, don't say a word to me. So I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, something's probably going down. I've worked on the hill long enough to see my share of like nut jobs. So I thought that's might have been what it is. Somebody went nuts and whatever. They were just running to take care of that. So then I see a crowd of people running down the stairs from the 2nd floor, getting the hell out of there. Still, nobody says anything to me. I have no idea what the hell's going on. Nobody says nothing to me. All right. So this crowd of people goes out the door. I'm still doing my thing, putting away merchandise. Okay. Then there was like a little lull of quietness going on. Okay. Still, I'm thinking, okay, now it's starting to get a little unusual, man. Then all out of the blue, I see this police officer stick his head through one of the doorways, and I've never seen a police officer do this in my years of working there. He screams at the top of his lungs, "Everybody get the hell out of the building now!" Okay, time to go. Okay, so I take my hand cart that I had all the merchandise on, throw it in the closet, shut the closet door, and I start to haul ass, right? Well, not really hauling ass. I start doing this little slow jog because I still don't know what the hell's going on, right? So to get out the exit, I have to cut through this hallway um, on the west side of the Capitol. So as I'm running past this hallway, I look to my right, and I swear to God, I see a crowd of people, and I've never seen so many women in high heels running so fast in my life. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, something must be serious going on, right? So I finally get to the entrance or the exit. There's a Capitol police officer holding the door open with one foot, and this guy is literally grabbing people and shoving them out the door because people ain't moving fast enough. And I was one of them. Like I said, I was doing like a slow jog out the door, and this guy's just going, move, 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 move. You gotta move, you gotta move. Shoves my ass out the door, and starts grabbing people by their arms and neck, and go, 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 go. It was nuts. So as I'm walking, so I get out onto the Capitol Plaza, and I just see everybody looking to the right, just staring off into the distance. And so of course I see whatever I go to look what everybody's staring at, and all you see is black smoke coming up in the distance. Yeah, it was the airplane that had hit the Pentagon. Shit. And it was a lot. It was a lot of smoke. Fuck. So I head back to the main offices, and everybody says, get the hell out of here. So I got the hell out of there. I've never seen the streets so crowded in my life, even when on my way home, because it was about, I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock when I finally got home. Yeah, and I never saw the streets so crowded in my life because everybody was just trying to rush and get home and look on the news to see what the hell was going on. Nobody knew what was going on. And I found out later that what everybody else knew, like the Capitol Police, and they knew that Flight 93 was in the air still and on its way to either the White House or the Capitol building, which were one of the two intended targets. So yeah, there was a good chance I might not be here telling you all this right now, because where I was in the Capitol, I was one floor below where the dome is. Now, if that plane had ran into the dome itself, man, I mean, because the marble walls, you know, the marble floors and ceilings in the Capitol are pretty thick, but man, I don't know if I would have made it out of there. I mean, so yeah, I mean, so special thanks go out to the folks of Flight 93 that had the balls to try to take over that plane. And you know, unfortunately, what happened. But yeah, man, they possibly saved my life and everybody else in that building that day. Yeah. Yeah. Finally, I get home when I find out all of this is going on. You know, glued to the TV set for the next 3 days, which I'm sure everybody else was, because at least maybe for the next 2 days, every time I would poke my head out the window, and because I live on the second floor of my building, and I could hear all the street noise. I could see everything and hear everything. Nothing. There was just an eerie quietness for the next 2 days. I heard nobody talking, no cars driving by, nothing. The only thing you would hear is the occasional fighter jet flying by, which was kind of creepy. But yeah, that was my experience that day, and thoughts go out to all the people that lost their lives that day and their families. But hey, man, this is America. We bounce back, right? America. So yeah, thanks for letting me share my experience with you guys, and appreciate you watching. And let's never forget. Thanks.